This conference will now be recorded.
Yeah, okay, team. First, I will set the context for the participants who joined only this particular DB2 Kicks training. So, guys, okay, last 2 months we are having the I am conducting the training. Okay, so till yesterday we discussed the COBOL, which means that like we completed uh, TSY then JCL, VSAM, COBOL. Okay, yesterday we completed the COBOL training, and today we are starting the DB2 and CICS. Some participants knows already COBOL and JCL, so they want to attend DB2 CICS. So that is the reason I asked the participants who can or the mainframe research who want to learn DB2 kicks alone. Okay, so hence, so you guys are attending the already running batch. You join in between, but we are starting DB2 from the starting basics from the scratch. I can say we are starting DB2 from the scratch. So I'll spend 5 to 10 minutes on the topics what we are going to discuss. Okay, I'm going to spend 5 to 10 minutes. What are the topics we are going to discuss? Practically what I cover, what you will get it. So all of them I'm going to cover.
సేమ్ నాకు అట్లే ఉంది. నాకు కూడా అట్లే అనిపించింది.
On
నన్ను ఎప్పుడెప్పుడు తీసేస్తారని ఉన్నాను నేనైతే. అందుకే సరిగ్గా వర్క్ చేయట్లేదు మధ్య. వర్క్ చేయట్లేదు నేను అంత సరిగ్గా.
Pankaj, go on mute.
తీసేస్తే మీరే అనుకుంటాను. తీసేస్తే మేలు అనుకుంటాను నేను. ఎందుకంటే ఇప్పుడు దేవి లేడు కదా, సో నన్ను
Naveen, go on mute. Okay, yeah. So team, we are starting from the scratch today, as I told you. So what is DB2? DB2 architecture and components, DB2 objects. So first three topics we are going to finish. I'll explain them, and if it is possible, I'll try to explain some of the SQL commands today. So then how we can write SQL commands in DB2. So most of them might be knowing database. They would have learned in their college days. If you are from BCA background or if you are from CSC or IT, you would have learned either Oracle or SQL Server. You would have done some project also. Okay, so same SQL commands we are going to learn here, but how we write the SQL command, how we execute the SQL command in DB2 on mainframe system, that you are going to learn in this particular course. So okay, that we are going to learn in this particular course. So because you would have executed SQL commands on different environment, okay, you would have installed Oracle software or SQL MySQL software, you would have executed, but when it comes to the mainframe, how you need to deal. Okay, so there are so many not so many, basically there are three and more tools are there. One is the spoofy tool. You can execute the SQL query and query management facility. So I'll introduce query management facility tool. I will execute one or two SQL commands in QMF. Rest of them I'll execute in spoofy tool, which is more user friendly compared to QMF. Okay, but QMF has more features, but for our training we don't deal all those features. Okay, then how we can execute SQL queries like a create command, insert, update, delete, simple select. I'll execute all of them. Then so we have some, you can spend a lot of time on select commanding. Okay, so that we have a, how to retrieve few columns data, how we can retrieve specific columns and all the columns, where condition, whatever I highlighted in the seventh, I don't show practically on my server in this session, but so I conducted in one of the previous batch. Those videos I'm going to give it to you. Okay, only seventh one. Select, joins and subqueries. The reason why I am giving team, these are all very basic commands and you should know as well as, okay, you should know as well as, because in interview they might ask you how to fetch fourth highest record, fourth highest salary person details, okay, or how I can retrieve only specific data based on some X condition. So in interview they might ask, and in project when you are dealing in a project, you should aware at least the concept, then you can do at least Google and get the solution. Okay, so this is the one I want to tell you. So all whatever I mentioned in the seventh, everything is explained practically, no theory at all. Next, till seventh topic, all are theory. Okay, all are sorry, all are basics, I can say. Without without using COBOL, we cover everything. Once you are comfortable with the SQL commands, once you know the SQL commands, rules, and everything, then we will start discussing the core content in DB2 is writing a COBOL DB2 program. Okay, so in order to write a COBOL plus DB2 program, okay, how we write it, what is the approach, how we need to write the COBOL DB2 program, what are the things we need to take care, and how do you compile, how do you run it, how we'll see the final output. Okay, those are all the things we are going to learn in this particular DB2 course. So apart from that, okay, null handling, where character handling, so there is some cursor concepts also I'm going to explain. So later we will integrate file handling, like reading the data from sequential file and read the data from sequential file and write into db2, or vice versa. I'll explain one, I will ask give you the other assignment. Then anyhow, while I'm dealing with all these programs, I have to explain this SQL error codes, because if you know, when you are writing a COBOL DB2 program, you have to handle the error codes, and you should know these codes. In interview they might ask all these SQL commands. Okay, so at the end I will give mini case study, okay, where in a single program how we can insert, update, delete, and select the data. Okay, example, in a, we will take a ATM transactions, okay, or I'll take a bank application. If you go to the bank, the core functionality of the bank, customer, right, customer. So as a customer, okay, you might open the account, or as a customer you can go to bank, you can ask that, hey, what is my balance, okay, in my account how much balance is there. That is a balance checking, nothing but retrieving the data. What else you do, you might withdraw some amount, then you might update the address. Okay, so you fed up with the the bank, their operations, their response, their service, you fed up with everything, then you finally decided to discontinue account from that particular bank. So nothing but you are deleting a account. So these all operations are there in a one program. So based on the transaction type, if it is a transaction type is a one, then that particular new data account details should be inserted into the table. If the transaction two, so I created a one file. Okay, so even the people who attended my COBOL training, right guys, this case study also very important. So one means new customer. So this is the I look what I can say indicator or transaction number. So two means updating address. Three means deleting account, you can change it. Okay, it's not needed 1 2 3, it should follow only that order. It's up to you. So retrieving or selecting the bank details. So in your sequential file, all type of transactions will be there. Not only, so far you would have seen, okay, you would have seen only combination data, one sort of data. Example, or you are reading the data, updating the existing entire row. But now the case is different, right? In our sequential file, the record structures are different. For new customer, the number of fields are different, right? Because while you're creating an account, the account number will be there, okay? And customer name, customer address, customer date of birth, customer phone number, customer gender, customer email ID, customer PAN card, all will be there. So that is when you are dealing with the new customer. But if you want to update the address, what is minimal I need to update as a bank employee? You came to me, you asked to update. Boss, give me your account number. Tell me your new address. Show me the proof of that new address. That's all. I need mainly one is your account number, then your new address. So you need to provide only those two fields in this particular second transaction. When it is comes coming when it comes to the delete, you tell account number, nothing is required, and select the bank detail, bank balance, or account balance. Selecting the account balance, displaying the balance. So if I give the 4 and if I give the corresponding account number, it should display the customer balance in the spool. It should print. So this is the one case study. If you do this one properly, you'll get a proper, good experience, I can say. Okay. So that I will be giving in the form of the video. Ideally, it's not a logic. In fact, it is not a logic. I cannot say I can. It is a logic, but it is not a topic. Okay. Whatever I said, right? It is a logic. So you have to create a file, create a file with the variable block, insert different combinations, record structured data, read it based on the transaction type, process data in the DB2. So it's a logic. Okay. Something is new here for the my existing participants, how to handle the variable file. Otherwise, rest of them is a logic. Okay. So that's all the content what we are going to cover. So I would like to hear from the new participants who joined today's session. And once I complete DB2 training, I'll start CICS. Okay. So CICS topics I will give you over email or WhatsApp if you ask me, or just you can note it all of them. These are all the topics we are going to cover. Okay. Since I'm not covering CICS immediately now today, so once we complete the DB2, we start CICS. That is the reason I'm not focusing on much on topics list for CICS. Yeah. So regarding DB2, any queries you have? So to complete this training, I'm giving 8 hours, but it might take more than 8 hours also. Minimal always I try to give, the tentative value, but it might take more than 8 days because if you keep asking the questions, I will take more time. Yeah. If there are no queries from your end, guys, so feel free to ask. I can see.
Sir,
Yeah.
excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
Sorry. Actually, I want to join your full course, like from JCL to total course, JCL to all modules. Like uh, how many modules will be there, sir? And like when will it start?
Okay, so yeah, the new course is going to start after this batch only because I take in a day one batch only. So I request you to connect with me in offline. Okay, but in a simple and short way, I want to give the answer. Yes, we are going to start new batch in September month. Okay,
Okay. Sorry, sir. September. In September.
September, yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Sir, is this the end of the course, sir? Like DB2 will be ending, and this is the end
No,
of
no,
your main course. Is it?
no. DB2 after that CICS. First DB2 after that CICS.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. I'll join in September, sir. Okay. Total.
So while you are going through my training team, you will get the server access to practice. Somebody asked the question, can we get a access to do the hands-on? Yes, you will get the hands-on server access to practice. I will guide you how to do that.
Uh,
Yeah,
yeah, hello Venkat, this is Sneha this side.
yeah, Sneha, tell me.
Yeah, I just wanted to know how do we get, I mean, I can see that it is being recorded, right? So how do we get the recordings in mail or how do we get it?
No, we don't provide recording videos for the
Oh,
people who are attending daily, but
okay, okay.
okay, I don't provide on daily basis, but
Mm-hmm.
there are few topics which you should know, you should revisit once and twice, like
Mm-hmm.
how to write when you're writing a once you write the yeah, I can go on mute because I'm getting a background noise.
No, sorry, yeah.
Yeah. So what happens, so how to execute SQL queries, first time you're going to see. I will give the video for that. Like that, when you're writing a COBOL DB2 program, DCL gen creation, on that I'll give the video. And when you're compiling the code, I will give the video because by attending 1 hour, you will not be able to practice yourself by listening this close. So you have to go back and watch the video. By watching the video, you have to practice it. So like that, I know where participants will struggle, where the participants needs to revisit the video or concept. For all those topics, I will give the videos, but not on daily basis. Okay.
Okay, okay.
Yeah. Right. Okay, out of 8 days you will get minimum 6 days videos, as simple as. Okay, 3 4 days you may not get. For rest of the days you will get it if you see my entire topics flow. Yeah, so last 2 3 questions anyone wants to ask, last 5 minutes. If there are no queries, I can get into actual content.
Sir, Umama here.
Yeah,
Just
Uma.
wanted to check, if you have any recorded videos for the COBOL JCL, any old training videos or something.
Yeah, I have it. You can ping me on WhatsApp. Okay, so you
Okay,
can ping me on WhatsApp, we can discuss and close it.
okay, okay. Because you said you'll start in September, so if we need before that, then we can.
Yeah, today also you can take it, not a problem, but
Oh,
you can
okay,
ping me.
okay.
Yeah,
Thank you.
yeah. Yeah, related to this particular TB2 training, any queries, team? So feel free to ask, team. Okay, I used to tell to my participants also, who are attending last 2 months, they know. Okay, so how much you do respond, how much you ask the question, that much knowledge more than that I can give you. So I need your responses, I need your answers and questions. Okay, so okay, don't think, if I ask the question what others feel. Okay, why they are here? Simple, right? They are also like you. Okay, they may not be knowing what you know, or vice versa. Okay, so the point what I am trying to say, feel free to ask any sort of question. It is silly or small, that I will decide, is it required to ask or not. But you should not keep in you that, hey, do I need to ask or not? Okay, because when I used to attend the trainings, I keep silent, that is different story. But so I'm giving a some freedom for you to ask at any moment of the time. Okay, right, let's get into our content. Yeah, so introduction to DB2. So what is DB2, by the way? Okay, what is DB2? I would like to take a pulse from these 34 participants. So I guess you guys who are attending DB2, I know that they are developers, because if they are not developers, they don't attend, they don't sit, they don't join this meeting at all. Okay, now you give me the pulse. In your project, DB2 is there or not? Okay, you can keep do unmute yourself. Please give the answer rather than you chat. Okay, maybe you somebody having a 1 year experience, 2 years experience, somebody having a 10 years experience, somebody might be having 20 years experience. You give me the answer in your entire past experience. Okay, you can say that, hey Venkat, out of 5 projects, in 3 projects DB2 is there, like that. Quickly share your experience. Don't tell, I don't want your company name, I don't want your any personal details. Just out of, I worked on 10 projects. Out of 10 projects, 6 clients used DB2, like that. If nobody used, you say that I worked on 6 projects, nobody used DB2, like that.
Yes, Venkat. So I have worked on total 5 projects, and I think all of them has used DB2. Few of them have used entirely DB2, and few of them has used, like, there was both VSAM and DB2 as a combination of database. That's
Yeah, thanks Neha. Thanks for sharing your experience. What about others?
Hi Venkat, this is Sunita.
Yeah,
I
Sunil.
work on around 5 projects, and there mostly they used DB2, and some was using VSAM.
Okay.
Yeah,
Mhm.
thank you.
What others? Others. We'll take 3 more responses.
Hi Venkat, I worked on 3 projects, and out of that one is DB2 and other one is the IMS DB. Other two are
Acha.
IMS DB.
Okay. Mhm. Got it. Two more responses.
Hi
So
Venkat.
lastly, yeah.
Yeah, I also worked in 6 projects, where almost 5 projects are no, we were using like DB2, and one is IDMS we were using.
Oh my God, oldest. It's not grandfather parent database you're using. Yeah.
Yeah,
All are ladies only. Girls are asking. Female people are asking. What about gents, guys? I can see the names also more dominations. I can see. Okay, fine. Yeah, thanks for your responses, team. Right, as Neha said, team, initially, okay, so we cannot say that each project use DB2 only. We cannot say that project uses always DB2 or may not use. It depends, okay. So there are so many projects which has a combination with the files and DB2. So they don't store the entire data only in a files, or they don't store entire data in a DB2. Okay, so some applications data they will keep in a sequential file or VSAM file. Some applications data they will keep in DB2. Okay, so let's try to understand. So what is the big deal? Okay, I guess you know COBOL, you know storing the data in a files, you know how to process the data in a VSAM, right? So we are able to store the data in a files, that is VSAM files or sequential file. Basically, it's a file system. Then why DB2 is required? Okay, why DB2 is required? Can I get the answers before I give the answers? Why we need to use DB2? I mean, what could be the reason? Right, because I'll tell you one simple point. Files automatically will come up with the JetWise operating system. When it comes to DB2, it is not a free of cost, guys. For us, as we are in training, are you, I don't know you guys are aware or not, okay, in your project if they are using DB2 means your client would have purchased DB2 license from IBM. So that we may not aware, because that is not our work. Okay, the admins will take care, upgrading and updating DB2 DBS will take care. But in the background, I am telling you, DB2 is not, it's a free of cost, it's not an open source database. It is cost involved. So though it is on mainframe, we need to procure it, no doubt about it. Okay, correct me if I am wrong and tell me guys, why when there is a free of cost, you are able to store the data in a file system, why DB2 is required?
To store large amount of data.
To store large amount of the data, okay. So we
And
are we
also,
are able to store even files also, and we started mainframe. The mainframe started with the files only. Yeah,
Sir, sir,
yeah,
it is to perform the column operations and addition and subtraction. Addition and modification of
okay. So let me
not possible easily in files.
let me rephrase
Yeah.
this sentence. So yeah, it's a very good point. I can say it is very 100% valid point. You know very well, team. Once you create a file, that is a fixed size. If you want to add even 1 byte also later for further requirement, that is not possible in file system. So you have to rework lot of things to do that, on that. But in case of DB2, it is not required. If you want to add it any column, any moment later, 100% easily you can do it. Okay, yeah. So next, good say.
Venkat,
Handling of the data is
was
easy.
Sorry.
Data handling is easy, and structuring of the data will be good compared to VSAM file.
Yeah, agree.
and
Data
Venkat, I
handling
think
is
it's highly
easy compared to
secure. I
files.
mean, I think in
Yes, yes.
And
DB2 data is highly secure because it's I mean in file we don't have that much of security available, but in DB2 data is much secure, and also I think it's easy to maintain and retrieve data. I mean, since we know DB2 is mainly a relational database management system where we have similar data organized in a similar kind of table, so it's very easy to maintain large amount of data, and as well as it's easy to retrieve the data based on exact condition we need to retrieve data from the database actually. So DB2 has a advantage of that compared to file, what I feel.
Yeah, yeah. What you felt is correct, 100%. No doubt about all the points. Anyhow, I'll recap all of them. Yeah, Mahendra, I guess you are about to add. I guess others also. I will elaborate more what Sneha said on
can I
top of
say,
Sneha.
sir?
Go ahead,
Uh,
Sri.
I think, sir. I think since the relational database entity relationship model, these queries are very fast to execute. So they are very fast to change the data.
Yeah,
So they are very fast in execution and changing the modification data, and also storing is very reliable and
yeah,
versatile.
yeah. Somebody said last two. What 2 points you said? Okay, fast and reliable. Okay, right, valid. Getting very interesting points. I don't know whether you agree with or
Venkat,
not.
Mama here.
Yeah,
Uh,
Uma, go ahead.
Accessing, I mean, table for multiple users can access at single table or data, but in files, multiple users cannot access at the same time.
Superb. Nice point here. Okay, so I'm getting very interesting highlighted points. Okay, one of them this is also. Okay, yeah, noted, correct, valid also. Next, lot of things are there. Okay, we covered only few features.
Yeah. Reading, updating, deleting, we can directly do in
Already it is covered, right? Already it is covered that. Hmm.
Yeah. But the thing
Okay,
is shared access. We can many people can access. Like it cannot be locked. It can be used and maintained by many people.
I guess that is the point is covered by Uma in another
Yeah.
way. Yes,
Yeah.
correct.
That's. I got her.
Hmm.
Yeah, I want to
We
update.
can have the backup tables in case of backupping the data will be uh, available in the
Backup is there
DB2.
even for files also. Okay. See, correct me, guys. Okay. I did not, I'm not a master. Okay. So I'm not a genius in things, but whatever, according to my logical knowledge, whatever I have, backup you can take in files also. Not a big deal. Yeah.
The data can
Hi,
be available in multiple regions, Venkat. Suppose like we are maintaining the table in test, integration, production, right? So
Mhm.
that's one more feature. Well, when we are using the DB2 or database over files.
Okay. Yeah. Got it. Anyone wants to add anything?
Venkat, we have cursors in DB2 which will help to extract the data.
Okay. But we have in the files, we have a read also, right? Cursors, what it does, it will read all the records. Files also can read all right. What is the big deal? I know I got it from where you are coming, but I want to know exact reason. Okay. I agree with you, no
we can
doubt about it.
access randomly in the tables using cursors any row from anywhere in the middle of the table, but not
I
from the
can do
top.
random read also, right? I can do random read in KSDS, right?
Yes, yes.
I'm an interviewer now. Okay. I'm an interviewer.
We can have unique keys in DB2, but it's not. We can have, but we cannot have all a unique key for files. I think like
Why not? No, no, no.
where
No, we can
condition.
have alternate index, right? No, we have a
Okay,
concept of alternate index.
okay,
All right. Alternate index is there. With the alternative index, you can maintain the data, unique data
okay.
also. But okay, but alternative index implementation is very difficult. Okay, so altogether again different process, different work you have to do around that alternate index. When it comes to the DB2, very less efforts in the development perspective and further development perspective, the implementation or the efforts very less. When it comes to uniqueness. Okay, so the conclusion I'm trying to give for this your statement, yes, DB2 is far better, best option in terms of uniqueness. Okay, compared to files, because alternative index means you have to create a separate
Index.
alternate index file. You have to load the data from file to alternative index, and you need to go to the program, do changes. You have to declare the statements. Lot of things you have to do. But when it comes to DB2, create a table with the unique key, bus. Okay, it works as simple as, right? Yeah.
Also, for reading data from files, we need a program. Whereas for DB2, we can use tools and get using query. I think.
Oh, okay,
But I
noted. Got
No.
it.
Yeah, but I think we can use file manager file aid also, right, to read data from file.
Yes,
Look at.
yes.
We can use, but that not much user friendly, right? So I want to play with the data as my choice. Okay, I want to get this combination data. I want to get that combination data. So the retrieval on different conditions, different combinations are not easy in case of file handling. When it comes to the DB2, you can play around like anything as your wish.
Yes, Pankaj, I think we have interactive tools better, right? Like QMF and Spoofy and all. Like those
That yeah,
interactive
that
tools
yeah.
are good.
DB2 for DB2, yes. You said file manager for file system perspective. In that aspect, it is very challenging. Okay, yeah. I guess we got good. We collected good points. Okay, so what about others team? So do you agree? All other points, like at least you can give some symbol, some indicator in chart window. There is some tools to say yes, quick reactions are there, reaction symbols, say yes or no. You got good points? Okay, let me recap and I'll consolidate all of them. Okay, the first point. Okay, I will add some more new points which you did not cover. I'll cover few of them. Maybe you would have covered in different way. I'll convey in a different way. File system. Okay, there is a file system. You take a database. Okay, database, that is a relational database. So first point, access. This is covered by our colleagues. Okay, so what is the big challenge with the file system team? It can be a PS file or VSAM file. If one job using let's we are one job, I guess now you know everyone, right? So one program in RunJCL using one X file, the other program cannot use that file until it completes. See, I hope you got my point, right? So one job already in use, it is, one program is processing that particular file data. So which means that entire file is locked. So until that program execution completes, the second program cannot process that file. So that is a one major problem with the file system. But in case of file system, in case of database, okay, so we have a more accessibility. Okay, we have a more accessibility. So there are different types of locks are there. Okay, so we have a different locks are there. So row level lock, page level lock, okay, table level lock, table space level lock. There are different levels of locks are there. Okay, so if you apply at the row level lock, let's say I have a 100 rows are there in a table, 100 records. So I am processing. Guys, today all of theory. From tomorrow we'll be getting into practical, because first I want to tell you why we DB2 is there, right, in mainframe. So I am processing 100 records. I'm processing 100 records. Yeah, sorry, out of 100 records, I want to update 60th record. So now I can apply, since if it is a row level lock, rest of 60th record, which means that 1 to 59, 61 to 100. So except 60th record, rest of the records are accessible, can access by other applications. So the visibility of the program, is more. Okay, so when it compared to per file system, though you are accessing to using random read, if you are reading only one record, that period it is going to lock entire file. But in case of DB2, that is not there. This is the one advantage. The second point, okay, the second point which you did not, you guys did not cover. While you are inserting the data into a file, whatever you insert, it will take. File, I am talking about files. In the phone number, if you insert explicitly character, it allows, right? In the in the name, if you insert the numbers, it allows. As simple as, because files, it allows any sort of data. While you are inserting the data file, by default your file not doesn't, it will not do any validations. Okay, file, the by default file will not do any validations. You have to write a logic. Okay, so you have to write the programming logic to validate the data. What does mean? Okay, let's say gender. Okay, so gender field should allow male or female, or phone number, it should be only numeric. So if you don't do validations in the program, then your file can store everything, right? So you need to write a logic program to validate the data before you do something in the DB2. But in case of In case of file DB2, we have something called constraints. So you can tell that, okay, phone number, okay, the phone number should be a numeric. Just while you are creating a table, you can put a constraints. Not only the data type, guys. In fact, I told you, right, gender, male and female. I will give a other example also. Employee location. So let's say, okay, assume that my company is there only in 3 cities. One is Mumbai, the other one is Chennai, the other one Mumbai, Chennai, Hyderabad. Assume that. Now, so if I am in the file system, I have to write if either if address is Hyderabad or Bangalore or Chennai, write it. Else, throw an error. But in case of DB2, while I am creating a column, while I'm creating a table, basically while I'm creating a table against column and address column, I can mention only this addresses should be there. That is the only thing you have to do it. While you are creating a table, you need to put the conditions in the form of constraints. In DB2 terminology, we call as a constraints. Okay. So using constraints, you can put some validations. Example. Okay. So two examples I gave you: gender, male and female, the salary, the location, employee location. This also I gave it. Okay, this is the second point. The third point, data consistency. This you did not cover. Most of them did not explain this. What does mean team? I'll tell you. Okay, data consistency, duplicate data. There is a possibility. Okay, so uh, we don't have any mechanism. We don't have a concept of linking, relation between two files. So can we make a relation between two files? Is it possible? No, not possible. Okay. So we cannot make two files relation. We cannot make relation between two files. Okay. If there is no relation, what is the problem? That might be your question, right? Yes. Okay. I will give you answer here. So there is a project file. Okay. Let's say you are working for X project. I'm giving one example. You are working for X project. In that particular project, who are all working? Okay. In that particular file, what will be there? Who are all working and their details. Like, so Venkat is working in that particular project. His address is Hyderabad. The phone number is this. Okay. And his experience is 15, and his core technology like mainframe and so on. Like this, it will be there. And so there is another file, that is a HR file. Okay, HR file. So this is company's level. Okay, in this particular HR file, all employees details will be here. All employees details will be here. So employee number, employee name, employee address, employee phone number, employee salary, employee gender, employee Aadhaar card number, and so on. Now, so these are all the two files are there. So one day HR contacted you and they asked you to update the phone number. Or, okay, or, okay, what happened? So there is a HR file. Okay, there is a HR file and there is a X project. So now you know very well, right? Once you are in a project, you never look into mails. Okay, you always refer the client mails. All right, always you refer the client mails. You don't see the organization mails. So obviously that important and the task is project. The first priority is the project. So you updated your address, or you update, or you changed the phone number. So what you might do, you went to the X project, you inform it to project PMO team, you inform it to project PMO team, program management, okay, team, you inform to program management team that, hey boss, I updated phone number, please update in the X project. Will it affect in the HR file or not? That is the question. Will it affect if you change? I changed phone number. So will it change here also in HR file? Give me the answer. By default, will it change?
No, we
If
have to write the
any
program.
relationship, it will change. No
No
relation in
relation.
between, it won't change. No, it
As
won't
simple as this.
change.
There is no relation. There is no dependency also, right? If somebody do changes, then it should reflect here. That is not there. That story itself is not there in file mechanism. Okay, guys, don't think that I'm giving entire benefits or I'm not promoting DB2, just telling you the problems which we have it.
It
Yeah.
won't change, Venkat.
So it won't change, right? So which means that there is a data consistency problem. Okay. So in one file, okay, the problem means your data is not same in though some same employee is working, but the details in one file is one data is existing and another file another phone number is existing, which is not a good practice for any organization, right? So that is a one challenge, data consistency. The other one which you should notice that duplicate data. So here already some employee details are there and it is existing in another file also. So nothing but same data is existing. It might be two, three fields also. It might be existing more than two files. Hence, it's a duplicate data, right? It's a duplicate data. So here, okay. So data consistency problem can achieve with the concept of primary key and foreign key. Okay. So when you implement primary foreign key, you can able to reduce the duplicate data also. So we can avoid duplicate data. How we can avoid? By keeping the relation between two tables. So that is called referential integrity. What is called referential integrity? By using a concept of referential integrity, we can make a relation, we can build a relation, we can connect two tables. We can build a relation between two tables. By that, we can make our data consistency. The other one is we can avoid the duplicate data. Okay, this is the fourth point I want to tell you. The next, somebody told you the other point. I want to tell you that also. Uh, Again, I am telling you access in different perspective, different angle. So if I give read access to you to the file, will you able to update the data? Guys, give me the answer. Will you able to say
No,
we can restrict, okay? As simple as if I want to restrict accessing that file, I can do it. That is possible. But I gave a read access to that file. Now, will you able to update the data or not?
No.
No, only read no.
Is it possible?
No, Venkat.
No, yeah, you can update, right?
No, we
You
can
can
update
update.
in case we have only read input. I mean read in read mode, right? So we cannot update. We have to open it at that IO mode, right? I mean just if it's a read
No,
only
no, no.
access.
Wait. No. So not that
Okay.
angle. Don't see that perspective.
Okay.
Okay. Let me give a more explanation for your statement. Don't think that aspect are okay. See, if you are able to read input means you can write another program to IO mode, right? It works for you, right? Do I need a special permission from admin? Just matter of writing another program, right?
Correct. Yes, sir.
Yeah. So right. So in the sense, if I give access to that file, you can do any operation because your file will not stop you. Admin will not able to stop you, right? The another point with the file mechanism, right? File system. So ideally, you are supposed to only insert the data, but you can able to see the data according to your application, according to that particular your role on the application which you are working. According to that, you are supposed to validate only inserting. You need to write a code for inserting. Okay. So I don't want you to see the data, existing data. So those controls cannot be done here. But here we can control everything. So I can give only read access to Uma. If she's trying to write update program on it, straight away, boss, bye, take care. I'm not available for you to update. It gives you an error. Okay. If I give update access to her, she can only do update. She cannot do even select also. So those level controls we can maintain in case of DB2. So by
Yeah,
using a concept of
but I
grant,
just have one query here. Like,
1 minute, let me finish this sentence.
okay, okay.
By using grant and revoke, you can give the who can give admin only. Okay, admin will set the permissions. Okay, from the project management, from managers or whoever is responsible for that project, they will get an access. Hey boss, give only read access to Sri on that file, don't give anything else. Only write, give delete access, no, nothing give, don't give anything. Okay, so that can be controlled by using grant and revoke SQL commands. Yeah, go ahead now.
Yes, Venkat. Actually, in like I'm telling some of our projects I've worked on, right? We have some files which are not even available for us to for developers to read. Okay, they have restricted those files even to read for us. Okay, we have to have special access, some kind of special IDs to read those files. Even they are production database files, VSAM files or flat files. Even we are restricted as developers. We are restricted. Even when we do a V to it, it does not allow us to read those files unless and until we get a special access. We raise a request that we need to see this production file, because just to read access, just to see the data, we have to raise a request, then it gets granted, or they give us a special ID with a special password after requesting, then only we can view that file even. So I think in file level also we can have that level of what do you
No,
call
no,
it,
I said,
strict.
I already said that. Okay, two things. Okay, either you give the full access or don't give any access. It is not only in a production, even on this server, the server which you are going to do, admin can control that. Okay, so you said, I agree, but either give, if you give one access, you can able to do every operation, or you cannot, they cannot do anything. Okay, only two options for you. If I
No,
say,
no, Venkat. If read can be given, only we can only view the file, like as Sneha
Yes,
said.
yes,
We can't
yes.
update it, right?
Correct. For update we need another level of access. That is completely that we have to get permission from more upper level. Like, why do we need update access, and we have to give all sort of explanation in the ticket, and then accordingly they give us, like, we have different levels. Like, only view they'll give us for analysis in case we are running in prod one issue, right? So like severity one issue, then in that case we have to explain to the client that this is the reason we need update access also, because it's stopping to work move further with the batch. Then in that case we get update access as well, Venkat. That's what I like, that's what I have worked in few projects, it's worked like that.
no, okay, I may not agree with this, because if you see, I mean, other persons also can add. There are 28 participants. You guys, some people would have worked on it. So for that, whatever you said, I might agree only their the strategy or approach. But if you see the traditional and generalized mechanism system, if whatever you are saying, that okay, if you request for update, they will give update access. If you request for read access, they will give. If you request for insert, they will do it. Same mechanism, will it work for on all the servers by default? That is my biggest question over here. So if that is coming in our project, means they would have implemented something else, like a C list track, something else, which I am not aware. Okay, now in generalized, Okay, you guys can go back, you talk to your seniors, colleagues. Okay, is it possible to control this level of access? I hope you got it, Sneha, right?
Yes, Venkat. Yeah, because might be they have certain other things installed to maintain that security level. But yes, I have been in this situation, so I know, we have to get a different level of access based on the different scenarios and explanation, and based on the severity of the request. So yeah, it might be possible they have maintained a different security levels on something, installing something else. But
Yeah, by
yes, for
default,
application.
yes. But their approach or solution is different. Okay, if somebody wants to add on this, you go to add so that we can gain something from you as well as guys, from your past experience. If not, you take this as an interview question, go back, get it from Google, and give me the answers tomorrow. Okay, I shared what I know. Now you go back. 28 participants are there, so you go back and search in Google and get the answer, and give me the answer tomorrow. Okay.
Okay, just to one point, Venkat. Usually for production files, we will not have update access, right? Usually, let's leave about the special access.
That is
Only
different
file.
story, right? No, that see, I'm not. That's what I said. Okay, that is different story. Production is altogether is different, right? Okay, so you don't edit and you don't go it. But I'm not talking about that. When you are in development, okay. So those are all file manager. Sorry, version control tool, production environment. Those are all different. Okay, I agree with that aspect. Okay, no doubt about it. But I'm talking in general. I said one point I highlighted. Now on mainframe I am a developer. Okay. So I'm working on it. Do have that flexibility for me?
In
That is my
development,
question.
yes, Venkat, we can read, write, delete. Yes, full access we will be having.
Hmm. That is my point. From that angle only I'm asking. So and let's go deeper in this question only. Though it is a production, what options they are using to control access, gain that particular subject. I know, that is through version control tools you might pull the programs from that and you try to get it. Okay, gather it. Anyhow, now you got one question into your mind, you got from this discussion. Let's get it, what way they do give access, get it, explore it. Yeah, so we are not able to complete first one only today. Okay, team, these are all the 5 points which I can highlight, which rest of them everyone is covered. Okay, so the processing will be easy. Okay, so all of them, uh, all of them will come into the picture here. Retrieval is faster, optimization will be there. Okay, so backups and all will be easy. All things will be coming into the picture here. But the main points which I can tell you, these are all. Okay, so that's all for today, team. So I'll stop for today.